while reading the scripts like that.
Okay.
And I have heard about that chandas, etc., but I don't know the actual meaning. I'm chanting some prayers and it contains chandas.
Okay.
But I usually I chant it without knowing the actual why it is chandas. For different devadas, there are different chandas, etc.
Okay.
So I have to get the meaning while reading the Upanishads like that. I have to know that. I have to get the meaning while reading.
Okay. Haripriya ji. I'll request you to mute yourselves once you are done with your interaction, because it creates disturbances for others. So please mute yourself once you are done with interaction.
Namaskara.
Namaskara.
Actually, I have enrolled here. I did MA in Alankara Shastram.
Okay.
That time, of course, I don't remember anything. That was long back. Now, while teaching, I have a lot of confusion about Shabda Alankaras, because this Sharadam Bhojavatana. Some people say it is Chekanoprasa, some people say it is Yamaka.
Okay.
So how to identify Yamaka or Cheka?
Okay. So it's just an introductory session, so we are not going into those details for now, but we will learn some interesting things, and you might get something or you might recall your old days when you go through this workshop, for sure.
No, we didn't study Shabdalankaras that time much. Only Arthalankaras were the focus.
Okay.
So now I wanted to know more about it.
Okay. Yeah, Venuji.
Yeah, Sarvabhyam Namaskara. I'm Venu Kumanduri. For like many Indians, basically, I'm fascinated by the language, Sanskrit language, because of its mantras and all those things. Last 15 to 20 years, I've been studying Gita. I used to have word-to-word meaning and all those things, but I believe that mostly if I understand when I read this shloka itself, I should get the meaning. So I've been studying the grammar and all those things. So that's a fascination for me, and I don't really have any expectations of this this program. I don't know what it is really about. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Geetanjali ji.
Namaskar, my name is Geetanjali. So I also did Sanskrit in school. Now I'm trying to relearn it at the moment, and I'm working with my dad on translating some of the Sanskrit ancient Sanskrit stuff for especially science and technology parts. That's what he's interested in, and so I'm trying to understand more of the chandas, because everything is not just the chandas, like just everything is in verse.
Yeah.
So it's good to know. And I write poetry in Hindi, and I know the Hindi chandas and all, so I thought it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it will be interesting for sure.
All right.
Yeah. Shreya ji.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namo Namaha.
Actually, I guess I'm the youngest of all these two.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, I'm studying in 8th standard now.
Okay.
I'm in 8th grade now. And I'm studying in Rashtrathana Vidya Kendra. With the school which supports Sanskrit. They are teaching Sanskrit in the school, and I don't know. I've started to like the language, and I've decided and make my mind, and I want to go forward in Sanskrit field itself. So even my parents are very supportive. So whenever my father used to attend some classes of Open Pathashala. Okay. So even he always supports me, and if he has any doubt, he always comes to me and asks me what is that. So and the purpose of joining this workshop is even I want to go further. And one point is, as all of them told, I also want to learn the meaning of all these Sanskrit scriptures, and even I want to try to make some shlokas with
very nice.
Some at least some good meaning. So I just want to do that, and I want to bring up Sanskrit field. So because my teacher always supports me, and he tells that the problem in Sanskrit field is none of them gives proper support to bring it up. So I want to be one person to do that, because everyone becomes engineers, doctors, and but I want to try something different. Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice. I'm really impressed. And you are most welcome.
Dhanyawad.
I hope you'll enjoy this workshop. And I hope one day you will conduct your own workshop with your own poetries in Sanskrit.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else want to share their thoughts or share their inspirations or share their goals? Or what do you want to? Yeah?
You hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I think somebody is talking. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. I will come next.
No, sir. We are just getting an echo from some other device.
Shall I continue or?
Yeah.
Hi. My name is Satya. I'm from Tamil Nadu. I have attended some of the past before earlier that spoken Sanskrit kind of thing.
Okay.
So basically, the earlier the girl was telling she's the youngest, but actually I am the youngest because she knows something in Sanskrit that me a big zero. So I have come with no expectation. Whatever I could learn, I will learn. Thank you.
Yeah, I remember the verse from Sanskrit which exactly expresses your thoughts that natena vruddho bhavati yenasya palitam shiraha. So one who is not a younger or elder just because of his age. It means someone who is younger or elder. It's not because of his or her own age. It is because his or her own knowledge. Yeah, Shri Ramji.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm from Bangalore. My interest in this topic is I'm new to Sanskrit. I know the basics, studied in school and refreshed recently with Open Pathashala. But from the poetic point of view, doing a deep research in Tamil poems, literature works, Sangam literature works, and I want to understand what is the parallel between that and Sanskrit poetics from the grammar point of perspective, and that's my interest for this session.
Very nice.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Okay. Rahul, would you like to take over this?
Yes. Thank you. Let me introduce myself. I'm Rahul Dolas. I'll be coordinating with you on the. I coordinated with you on the WhatsApp group and email. I'm going to coordinate. I'm going to be the course coordinator for this workshop. Basically, I just want to take 2 minutes of your time and tell you about how this course is going to work, how this workshop is going to work. So we'll be meeting for 6 days. This Saturday, Sunday, next week Saturday, Sunday, and the following Saturday, Sunday. So overall, there will be 3 weekends and 6 classes on Saturday and Sunday. If you miss any class, you will get the recordings of each session. Perhaps tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, you will get the recording of this session. Also, I would like to tell you about one thing. Due to some technical issues today, this Zoom meeting is limited to 40 minutes. So you are requested to join back using same link at 8 o'clock. Due to some technical issues, we are unable to have it at a stretch continuously. So once this meeting ends, you are requested to join back so we can continue the classes. All right, so we can start the session now.
Yes. Thank you very much, Rahul. Yeah. I'll share my screen first. Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay.
Also, one more point. I request you to, what will be the total duration? 1 hour. 1 hour.
Yeah.
So after 40 minutes, just due to some technical problems, this meeting will end. But you are requested to join back again so that we can continue the class. also please note that you are requested to ask the questions after the presentation ends. Around 45-50 minutes it will take. So you can ask the questions towards the end. You can note it down somewhere or in the chat so that it becomes accessible. But yeah, so once the presentation ends, once the whatever the teaching for day 1 ends, you can ask your queries towards the end.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So
Will you be sharing this presentation?
yes, we will be sharing the presentation
Thank you.
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah. By tomorrow, you'll get the presentation and recording he'll share with you. Okay, shall we begin? Any other queries regarding logistics? So, or any other queries regarding the course structure? Okay, if there are no queries, we will begin with the actual course now, actual workshop. Okay, so here we will start with Sanskrit poetry, the concept of Sanskrit Kavya or Padya. So, Kavya, poetry in Sanskrit is called as Padyam. So that is a neuter gender word. Again, I'm not going into the too many details of grammar and anything, etc. If
okay, then we can start.
Yeah. We have started. Hello. Okay. So, am I audible? Okay.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So, yeah. So that is a neuter gender word. Again, I'm not going into the details of grammar and everything else. Not too many details because everyone is not familiar with this language. So therefore, if you personally have any query regarding the grammar, regarding the etymologies, you can ask me. I'll answer all the questions. But in the course, in the structure, we haven't kept it because it is a common, it is all-inclusive course. So we are not going into the grammatical details or too many technical details. If you personally if you personally want to know the details, if you personally want to get into the details, I'm there for you. Okay. So first of all, a Padyam or Kavyam is called, it is the name for Sanskrit poetry. Now, we will see etymologically, Kavyam is more commonly known word. Now, Kavya, this word exists in most of the Indian languages. That means poetry. That means some metrical structure, some metrical composition. Okay, so etymologically, Kavyam means kaveridam karma. So, if you break the words, it will mean kavehe, of the poet. Kavi is a poet and kavehe means of the poet. Kavehe idam. Idam is this. So kavehe idam karma. Karma is action, a performance. So kavyam is kaveridam karma, a creation of a poet, the creation by the poet. Okay. And Padyam means Padam Charanam Arhati. As we proceed ahead, you will know what Charana or Pada is. But originally, if Sanskrit, given to the Sanskrit literature, Sanskrit verse literature, so that is most of the times we find the Sanskrit verses in a meter, in a metrical structure. And that metrical structure has 4 parts, and one part is called as Pada or Pada. That means a quarter. So in Sanskrit, the verses, the shlokas are divided into the quarters, and one quarter is known as Pada, and that which is composed in a Pada structure, that which is composed in a quarter structure is called as Padyam. Therefore, we have 2 names for Sanskrit poetry. We have 2 titles for Sanskrit poetry. One is Kavyam and second is Padyam. Most of the times these words are used in a synonym ways. So these are used as synonyms most of the times. Okay. Then the poets or those who were well versed in the poetics, Sanskrit poetics, in the science of poems, those have given the definition of kavya, that is vakyam rasatmakam kavyam. That means kavya or any poetry is a sentence full of rasa. Now rasa, we have navarasas. Some people might say that there are ashtarasas. Some people say that there are navarasas. But commonly, we know navarasas, nine kinds of sentiments. For example, we have rati, hasya, vibhatsa, shrungara, hasya, etc. So, any vakya, any sentence, vakya means sentence. Vakyam, a sentence. Rasatmakam, having sentiments, having some kind of emotional content. Vakyam rasatmakam kavyam. So a kavya, a poetry is the sentence that is full of emotions, that is full of sentiments. So these are three basic points regarding Sanskrit poetry. Okay. Now we'll see what is chandas or vritta. Again, chandas or vritta are most of the times used as synonyms. Okay, therefore we are also using these words as synonyms. So Sanskrit poetry is always metrical in nature. It is always composed in some or the other meter. See, we can sing the shlokas in different tunes, using different tunes. That means it has some meter, it has some rhythm, and that is called as a meter or chandas. Okay, it is bind with some kind of mathematical structure. We can say mathematical combinations, and those mathematical combinations have fixed numbers of matra. So one unit is called as matra. For example, if I say Shardula Vikriditam, so one unit, one letter that is highlighted here, Sha is one matra. Okay, Du can be said as one matra. So every single unit is called as matra, and every meter is defined with matras. Every meter has some defined fixed number of matras, fixed number of syllables, fixed number of basic units. And using those units, using those combinations, mathematical combinations, the chandas or vrittas are made. And the poetry is composed with that formula. We have some formula for that chandas or vritta. Using that formula, the poetry is created. Okay, so there are hundreds of vrittas, there are hundreds of chandas in Sanskrit, but typically known, so the most commonly used one is the shloka. That means shloka is anushtup. Anushtup is the most commonly used chanda or vritta in Sanskrit. Okay, then there are these very popular chandas or vrittas, that is Shardula Vikriditam. Then we have Arya, we have Vasanta Tilaka. These are names, proper names of vrittas. Sragdhara, etc. Mandakranta. Then we have Giti, Upagiti. There are different kinds of, there are different names of vrittas, and those vrittas have their own formula. Okay, now, as I said, all the meters, all the vrittas have their own melody. Because of their metrical structure, or because of their combinations of matras, so laghu matra, guru matra, so short matra, long matra, because of that, its self melody is created, its self melody is composed. Therefore all the meters have their own melody. Then all the meters have their own length and fixed places of long and short vowels. Okay, now I'll show you what is long and short vowels. Okay, so here, sa. Okay, we have 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we have to rejoin this meeting. Okay, so here, sa, Saraswati is the word. Okay, sa. This is a short matra, a short vowel, because it ends in a second, sa. But ti, it is dirgha, it is a lengthened, it is elongated voice, it is elongated matra. Therefore, it is a dirgha matra. It is called as a long vowel. Okay, so we have laghu. Laghu means short, and guru means big. So we have this laghu matra sa, and we have this guru matra ti. So sa, ti. Okay, so with these combinations, laghu and guru, our meters are made, our chandas are built, and using those formulas of Laghu and Guru, the poets try to fix their own thoughts in that meter, using that Laghu Guru, using the combinations and the words that can fix in that combination. They build a poetry using that meter, using the formula of that meter. Okay, so as I said, Anushtup is the most commonly used vritta in Sanskrit. It is called as shloka. So this is Anushtup vritta. If I sing right now, you will immediately get what Anushtup means. Okay, it is Saraswatiyam Vidyanam Devata Jnanadayini Asya Varadahastena Jnanavan Khalu Manavaha. So this is Anushtup Chanda. Okay. Now I'll sing another one. Okay. This is Ya Kundendu Tushara Hara Dhavala Ya Shubhra Vastra Vrita Ya Veena Varadanda Mandita Kara Ya Shveta Padmasana Ya Brahmachyuta Shankara Prabhutibhir Devaih Sada Vandita सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा. Okay, you must have been observed that I stop after some unit. So for example, ya kundendu tushara hara dhavala, I stopped. Ya shubhra vastra vruta या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना. So after each interval, after a certain interval, I am giving a pause there. So that pause is called yati in Sanskrit. Okay, whenever in the vritta, the pause is expected in the word, in your melody, that pause, that point of pause is called as yati in Sanskrit. Yati. Okay, and this is the combination. This is the vritta that is called as Shardula Vikriditam. This is again a most common, most popular vritta in Sanskrit. This is in Shardula Vikriditam. So this vritta, this melody is known as Shardula Vikriditam. This meter is known as Shardula Vikriditam. Okay, anyone of you remember the same melody or the any shlok in the same vritta? Maybe Anushtup or Shardula Vikriditam. Any commonly known shloka, any commonly known verse, do you recall?
I think
Saraswati. Yeah, Devi Saraswati.
Vishnu Sahasranama is in Anushtup.
Anushtup, yes.
Yeah.
So I think there is something called Ya Devi Saraswati. I don't remember the complete one.
Kabbas are in Anushtup. Entire Rama is in Anushtup.
Sorry?
So the shlokam,
Gita is in Anushtup mostly.
Yeah, Gita is in most of the verses in Gita in Anushtup, but some are in Tishtup or Upajati.
So the one that goes Om Neelam Buddhishyamala Komalangam Sita Samaropita Vama Bhagam, is that Shardul Vikriditam?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay.
No.
The Rama Raksha is in Anushtup.
Yeah, again in Rama Raksha there are mixture of shlokas. Okay, so if you sing Dhyaye Dajanubahum Dhrutasharadhanusham Baddha Padmasanastham, this is Sragdhara.
But in the last shloka, it says, in the beginning it says Anushtup.
It says Anushtup Chanda. So the Rama Raksha Kavacham is in Anushtup Chanda, main Kavacham.
Okay.
Shiro me Raghava Patu Bhalam Dasharathatmajaha. Yeah, that is Anushtup Chanda.
Okay.
But again, Rama Raksha has combinations of the meters, combinations of vrittas. Yeah, anyone else? One example in Shardula Vikriditam. Anyone of you know Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate?
Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje.
What it could be?
Ramena Bhyatanisha Jarajamuha Ramaya Tasmi Namam. Then it continues in the same meter. Ram.
Yeah. Ramannasti Parayanam Parataram Ramasya Dasosmyaham. So what? Yeah. Tada bhavatu me bho Rama mamuddhara. So which meter is that? Which meter is that?
Is the same one. Shardula.
Yeah, it is Shardula Vikriditam. So there are n number of shlokas in these two, Anushtup and Shardula Vikriditam. There are many. Yeah. Now again, whenever if anyone of you have this practice of singing or reciting the shlokas, reciting any stotra in your day-to-day life, now keep observing how you are reciting, which melody you are using, and you can find your the vritta or the chandas riga, based on that. Okay. Now it is again Vasanta Tilaka is again famous or most loved one. This is most loved one. पूजावसान समये दशवक्त्र गीतम यशंभु पूजन परम पठति प्रदोषे तस्य स्थिरां रथ गजेन्द्र तुरंग युक्तां लक्ष्मीं सदैव सुमुखीं प्रददाति शंभुः. So do you recall any other shloka in the same melody?
Shantakaram Bhujagashrayanam.
Shantakaram is that is Mandakranta. Shantakaram Bhujagashrayanam Padmanabham Suresham. That is Mandakranta.
Can you just say it once again? Just one line?
This one? Vasanta Tilaka?
Yeah.
पूजावसान समये दशवक्त्र गीतम यशंभु पूजन परम पठति प्रदोषे.
Samsaram Patanjalim Pranam. I can just remember some few words.
That is that. I don't think so. That Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacha. Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacha. No.
Malam Charirasya Tu Vaidikena.
That's not Vasanta Tilaka.
About Kayena Manasa Buddhair Indriyam.
No. Again not.
Ma'am, about Mukam Karoti Kalyanam.
Mukam Karoti Vachalam.
Vachalam, yes.
No, that is Anushtup. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim. That is Anushtup.
Okay.
In Vasanta Tilaka, there is one stotra in Vasanta Tilaka, the whole stotra. Okay, even I don't remember that stotra right now. But again, Vasanta Tilaka is most loved one. Poets love the most. Poet loves love the most Vasanta Tilaka.
So how about this one? Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena
Ya
Samstata.
Devi Sarva Bhuteshu. Again, Anushtup.
Anushtam again. Okay.
Suprabhatam.
Yeah, Suprabhatam is in Vasanta Tilaka, I guess. Na 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 Puja Vasana Samaye Dashavaktra Geetam. Yeah. The Suprabhatam stotras are in Vasanta Tilaka. Yeah, you're right.
What about Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagri Tulyam Nijantargatam?
Anyone else? Anyone can, this is interactive course, so yes, you can answer others' question as well. So, sir, we'll wait for a couple of seconds to join for others.
What is the chandas of Hanuman Chalisa?
Hanuman Chalisa, I'm not sure. That might be some Hindi chandas.
It's called Chopai.
Hindi. Yeah, it's Chopai, right? It's Chopai.
What is it?
It's
Chapai, is it?
Chopai.
Chopai.
How do you spell that? C-H-O-W.
C-H-A-O-W.
Chopai.
What about
Chopai is not meter. Chopai is number of slokas are 40.
Yurani na bhushayanti purusham.
Yeah.
Yurana chandrojvala.
Yeah. Keyurana vibhushayanti purusham. Harana chandrojvalaha. Which one is this?
I think it is Shardula Vikreditam. I don't remember.
It is. Yeah, it is. It is. See, I come from Maharashtra, so we have some different melody of these chandas. All of you belong to different regions, so we have different melodies for each and every shloka, each and every meter. Is Vasanta Tilaka Anushtubar similar to ragas? I'm not sure. I don't think so.
What about Vishwam Darpana? You didn't mention that.
Yeah, Vishwam Darpana. Could you please?
Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam.
Okay, Vishwam Darpana Darshamana Nagarim Tulyam Nijantargatam. So which one is that?
Pasyanatmani. I thought it was Shardula Vikriditam.
Yes, there you are. Yeah, it is Shardula Vikriditam.
Thank you. And other one is also same. Is it Mauna Vyakya Prakadita Para Brahma Tattva Mivanam?
Maunam Vyakya Prakati. No, it is Mandakranta.
Nandakranta.
Mandakranta.
Mandakranta.
Yeah. Maunam Vyakya Prakadita Para. Yeah. The whole Meghadutam is composed in Mandakranta. Meghadutam of Kalidasa is composed in Mandakranta.
Oh.
How do we see the whole list of such meters?
There is one book called as Vrittaratnakaram. Vrittaratnakaraha. So that book gives you the lakshana, the definition of that vritta and its lagu guru, and it's again if it has some subtypes, that is also given in that book.
Can I make a request?
Yeah.
So when you send us this notes, it would be nice if you can give it with audio files.
Okay.
Because that's the only way we are going to learn to differentiate between the different ones.
Okay.
Very easy to make an audio file and embed it in a word file, and so then we can go on it. We can listen to it. Our hearing will be trained. Then.
Yes, sure. Okay, now we'll proceed ahead. So,
I have a question.
Okay.
The word Shardul Vikriditam has a particular meaning, the way the tiger moves.
Yeah.
Similarly, does the other names of the chandas have their own meanings? Like
Yes, names of the chandas have their own meanings, and it is, it is equated with the way it is put. So it is equated with its Laghu Guru combinations most of the times. So Shardula Vikriditam, that means the rhythm that this verse gives, that rhythm is similar to the playing of the tiger cub. The way the cub of a tiger will move, that is in that rhythm. So that rhythm is equated with its name. This is again not a hard and fast thing. This is not a watertight compartment.
I didn't understand the meaning of the tiger cup movement. The Shardula Vikriditam.
Shardula is a tiger cup. Vikriditam means it's krida, it's playing. Okay. We'll now take the questions at the end, as Rahul said. We'll move ahead because we won't be able to finish today's curriculum in time then. Okay, so any verse in Sanskrit is commonly known as shloka. So we are tend to say any verse as shloka. So anything. So Shardula Vikriditam, a shloka. Vasanta Tilaka, a shloka. But technically, all the verses cannot be called as shloka. Okay, because the verses that are constructed in Anushtup Chanda, that is a particular meter, is known as shloka. So only the shlokas that are composed, only the verses that are composed in Anushtup meter, Anushtup Chanda, are called as shloka technically, and all the other verses are to be called as padyam or kavyam. Padya or kavya. Only the shloka in Anushtup Chanda will be regarded as shloka. All the other verses will be regarded as padya or kavya.
So that means Drishtup Chanda Vasanti Jirnani Yatha Vihaya, that one, that 11 into 4 combination, that would not be called a shloka.
That won't be a shloka, that is a kavya, that is a padya.
That is the padya. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now, the elements in a padya. So, what are basic elements in one padya? We'll see. As in the beginning, I told you that padya comes from a word pada. Pada means a foot, a path, or it is also called as a quarter. Okay. So, every padya can be divided into 4 equal parts, and each part is known as a pada or charana. So, any meter or any composition that is divided into pada, that is divided into 4 equal parts, is called as padya. So here you can see I have given the previous shloka, Saraswatiyam Vidyanam Devata Jnanadayini Asya Varada Hastena Jnanavan Khalu Manavaha. And this red part, okay, so if we count the letters in one line, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if you divide the whole shloka into 4 equal parts, it will be 8 syllables per pada or per charana, per quarter. Okay, so only for Anushtup Chanda, 8 syllables, 8 units are 1 pada or 1 charana. So in every padya, you will find these equal parts, these equal compartments, and one compartment will be referred to as pada or charana. Okay. So in Saraswatiyam Vidyanam, this is our one part, 1 quarter, 1 charana. But in Yakundendu, because we have 4 equal lines, the first whole line will be regarded as 1 charana or 1 pada. Similarly, in Chardula Vikriditam, for each line is called as 1 charana. So every padya will have 4 charanas. Okay, there is no exception. Every padya will have, every kavya, every metrical composition will have 4 charanas, 4 pada in it.
Except Gayatri.
Yeah, but we are not going to the Vedic chandas. That's why I did not mention it. It will create confusion to the new ones. So, in common vrittas, in most used vrittas, all the 4 padas are similar in nature. All the 4 padas will have, all the 4 charanas will have similarities. See, Ya Kundendu Tushara Hara Dhavala, Ya Veenavara Danda Manditakara. Okay, so the Laghu Guru, the short and long vowels, short and long versions are similar here. So it starts with Ya, that means it starts with a Guru, it starts with a long vowel. Kundendu, again, 3 long vowels, 3 long syllables. Kundendu, then Tushara, Ya Veenavara, Danda. So V, Dirgha, Na, Dirgha, 3 long vowels in the beginning, then 2 short vowels after. So 3 long vowels in the beginning, 2 short vowels after, 3 long vowels in the beginning, 2 short vowels after, 3 long vowels, 2 short vowels. So in every common vrittas, in most of the vrittas, these all padas or all 4 charanas are similar in nature. They will have similar structure of Laghu Guru. They will have similar combinations of meters, matras. And now again, why Sanskrit is regarded as the best language, or why Sanskrit is regarded as the meaningful language, the most meaningful language, is because of this meters, because of its brevity. Brevity means it can convey more meaning in really short or in a short sentence. And this meter thing, this meter structure, the vrittas, matras, allow Sanskrit to convey the most meaningful things, the most beautiful things in really short period of time, in a short sentence. So poetry is a core linguistic feature of Sanskrit. You cannot eliminate poetry or meters from Sanskrit, because Gita, I mean the books like Gita, the books like the scientific books like Ayurveda, so Charaka Samhita, etc. Everything is composed in poetry. That is because it is easy to learn by heart. It is easy to remember. If you are given a prose and a poetry, you will remember poetry really fast. Those who tend to remember the prose, these people are really very rare. So commonly, you tend to remember the poetry by heart. And therefore, Sanskrit has this feature. I mean, the poetry or the metrical compositions are the feature of Sanskrit, the main feature of Sanskrit. And it is important because it holds greater importance because of its brevity. Brevity means its short nature. So there are only 32 syllables. See, in Anushtup Chanda, the whole Gita, most of the, 90% of the shlokas are composed in Anushtup Chanda. What is Anushtup Chanda? It is only 32 syllables, only 32 letters. These 32 letters convey the great meaning. That is the importance. That is important. So it can express huge information and contain deep thoughts through just a couple of lines. Just a couple of lines. And this is also an evidence for flexibility. This is the flexibility of language. This is the flexibility of Sanskrit. Again, in Sanskrit poetry, the most important, or in the poetry like Chitrakavya, the interesting part is selection of words at some important places. Okay, so the words chosen by the poet do not only convey an object, do not only convey some meaning, but it also supports and uplifts the whole context of that particular verse through underpinned etymological meaning. Now we'll go into the detail what it means. For example, this is a padya, this is a kavya from Kalidasa's Raghuvansham. Okay, this is the beginning of second sarga. This is beginning of a second chapter, and it goes Atha prajanam adhipa prabhate jaya pratigrahita gandhamalyam vanaya pita pratibadhavatsam yashodhanodhenu mrusher mumocha. So this is a story of King Dilipa. He is an ancestor of Rama, Sri Rama. So this king was cursed by a divine cow called Kamadhenu, and therefore no child was born to him. So this Dilipa did not bore a child because of this curse. He was feeling empty despite all the leisure and prosperity he had. Hence, his guru asked him, his guru was Guru Vasishtha, so he asked him to serve Kamadhenu's daughter Nandini to reverse this curse. So to please Kamadhenu, his guru Vasishtha told him to worship, to serve, to offer the service to Nandini, the daughter of Kamadhenu. And at the end of that service, some milk from her, he had to obtain some milk from her as blessings to conceive. Okay, now this verse starts. So where does this verse starts? At which point of the story this word comes is that Dilipa has left all his leisures, has left his kingdom and went to Vanavasa to serve that cow. Okay, now this verse start where the king is going to begin with the service, and as he was very righteous one, he would obey his teachers, he would obey his guru, he will succeed for sure. He is going to offer his services with all his hearts. So he will succeed for sure, and this is expressed using only one word, that is Jaya. Okay, now the meaning of this word Jaya is wife, a wife. But there are many words for wife in Sanskrit. There is this Patni, Bharya, Kalpa, Kshetra, etc. then why did Kalidasa chose Jaya? It is because if we dig into the etymology of this word Jaya, we have an amazing answer. In Sanskrit, Jaya has an etymology. So from where does this word come? It means Jayate Yasyam Putra Rupena. So technically, Jaya is defined as wife to whom one is born again in form of an offspring. Other words for wife, Patni, Bharya, Talpa, Kshetra do not express this meaning. Jaya expresses the meaning that she is the one who is going to carry his child. And therefore, rather than choosing any other word, although it would fix into the meter. So if I say, Atha Prajanam Adhipa Prabhate Patni Pratigrahita Gandhamalyam Bharya Pratigrahita Gandhamalyam Talpa Pratigrahita Gandhamalyam, it will fix into the meter. Each and every other word for wife will fix into the meter. But Kalidasa chose this word Jaya. Why? He wanted to give a signal that yes, Dilipa is going to succeed. Dilipa is going to have a child soon. He's going to have an offspring soon. So he chose this word Jaya. And that is an important and that is an interesting thing. That is an interesting part of Sanskrit poetry. Choosing selection of words, selection of particular word. So thus, the word itself here is pointing towards the future of his service offered by King Dilipa. And that Dilipa is going to have a healthy, intelligent and Tejasvi boy soon. So in such a boy or a baby soon. So in such a way, the scholars analyze Sanskrit poetry. So this is all about Sanskrit poetry. What is about, the selection of words. Then what is charana? So we learned about technical things from Sanskrit poetry. That is what is meter, what is chanda. Chanda or meter is some mathematical formula of words that gives you some laghu and guru. The combinations of laghu and guru are given and the poet composes his verse accordingly. Then second part is one pada or charana, that is the 1/4 of Sanskrit poetry. And the last one is selection of words. So the poets put some particular word in their poetry. That is because it has some context. It conveys some meaning and it makes their composition more meaningful. Okay, so this was all for today. This is an introduction to Sanskrit poetics, Sanskrit poetry. Now I think in chat we have some doubts. No. Okay, anyone of you have any question regarding this? Any question? Ma'am?
Yes.
I'll request you to raise your hand so that it doesn't create any mess. Yeah, Shankarji.
You talked about use of the correct word in the correct context. Jaya, for example. Similarly, we have heard that in the Bhagavad Gita, the words Dhananjaya, Kunandana, Partha, all these words are used with the referential context, although they all mean Arjuna. So as we move on, can you take those cases, one or two cases, and explain why this word is used in this particular context?
Okay, now in case of Bhagavad Gita, there are two opinions of scholars. So one opinion is no, these words do not have these words or these adjective used for Arjuna they do not have to do with the context or ongoing content.
That is my opinion.
Yeah. And another opinion is yes, they have something to do with the meaning and etc. But again, in case of Bhagavad Gita, Gita is really natural outcome of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. So Bhagavan Shri Krishna was in other state. He was in beyond the material state. So it's his natural words. So that kind of poetry, that kind of composition might not have the selection of words. That is only possible to these kind of scholarly compositions. Gita is not scholarly composition, as in it is not human. It is not made by a human. It is from some Bhagavan. So it might not have that context. But again, there are two opinions that yes, these adjectives have to do with the content, and there is another opinion that no, these adjectives do not go with the content. It is just the sambodhana. It is just invocation to Arjuna. Yeah, any other question? Yeah, Shriramji.
So basically, when you say meter, is this a study of prosody, what we call prosody in prosodical study?
Yeah, sometimes it is prosodical study, but I mean, I don't get in which context you are asking. I mean,
when you mentioned about the meters, Anushtup and Vasanta Tilakam, Tilaka and all that.
Yeah.
So they come under the study of prosody in Sanskrit.
Actually, technically, they come under the poetics.
Poetics.
Yeah, poetics, science of poetry. The books that are composed on poetics, there is this another shastra called Kavya Shastra. So they come under Kavya Shastra, poetics.
Good, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, Srushti ji.
Ma'am, the Sharda Vakuta and the Vasanta are, I personally feel it is very identical. So how can I identify both of them?
They are not identical. First of all, the okay. So main part of the chandas is the count of words, count of letters. So in Shardula Vikriditam, each charana, each pada, each quarter will contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 syllables. But in Vasanta Tilaka, it's lesser. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So first of all, you have to, I mean, if you want to bifurcate, if you want to distinguish between these two meters, you will have to count the syllables. How many syllables are there? How many letters are there? Akshara, Varna.
So how many are there in Mandakranta?
In Mandakranta, it's Mandakrantam Buddhirasana Gair Bhanau Tau Ga Yug Mam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Ma'am? Then it will differ means in the Sharda Vakutam. Yeah.
Shardula Vikriditam.
Sorry, ma'am. Shardula Vikriditam. Yeah, is in the Dirga, and whereas it is in the lowers. That can be also different.
Sorry, I didn't get your question. I'm sorry.
Actually, I wanted to say it begins with the Dirga, and in the Vasanta Rutu it becomes with a lower pitch. That can be also a difference.
No. Both the verses start with Dirga itself. Ya pu, ya kundendu puja vasana samay. That is Dirga only.
Thank you.
If you want to continue with the further syllables, you can remember them. So for example, first 3 are dirghas. Ya kunde, dutusha. Then again, so rasva dirgha. Then rahara. So rasva dirgha rasva. So in that combination, you can remember the whole verse. But only from the beginning you cannot remember, or you cannot distinguish between the distinguish among the meters, chandas. So yeah, Amit ji. Thank you.
Actually, brevity is a great property of the Sanskrit language.
Yeah,
not only, for example, the Panini's Ashtadhyayi Sutras are very short.
Yes.
Is it because Sanskrit was an oral language? It didn't have a script for a very long time.
Yeah.
So obviously it had to be short. Is it a reason?
Yes, it is the reason. Because we have an oral tradition. We have been learning the Vedas, every Shastra through oral tradition. And that is the reason, I mean, it is again interdependent. Vedas were metrical in nature. Vedas are metrical in nature, therefore they were easy to learn by heart. They are learned by heart. Then the further compositions are also in metrical nature, because people knew that once you compose these things in meter, it is really easy to get, it is really easy to pass on, and it is really easy to retain. So that is the reason why Sanskrit has brevity, and why Sanskrit literature is composed in a metrical structure.
Thanks. Thank you.
Satyamurthy ji.
See, in the beginning, the start of this program, you gave the root of Padyam and Kavyam.
Yeah.
Kavyam, you said Kave Idam Karma.
Yeah.
What is the Padyam? You said Padam, Charana, and
Padam, Charanam, Arhati. So Padam.
Arhati.
Yeah, Arhati. Should I write it here?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah.
I'll give it in the chat box.
Sure.
Padam, Charanam, Arhati. That means a pada is called as Charana. That means 1/4 pada.
Okay.
Equal to Charana equals 1/4.
Okay.
And that is composed of 4 quarters is Padya.
Okay. So, in a simple term, can I say that this meter or chandas is a grammar? I can say like that.
No, chandas do not come under grammar. Chandas or vritta come under poetics, Kavya Shastra. Poetics.
Okay. The way it should be written. That's
yeah.
Okay. Right. Thank you very much.
Kavya Shastra. Yeah. Anyone else? Shreya. Yeah.
Ma'am, in which vritta or chandas is Sharada Bhujanga Ashtakam or Sharada Bhujanga Stotram?
Bhujanga Prayata is the meter. Na 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 na. Bhujanga Prayatam.
Okay, ma'am. And what is the literal meaning of the word Arhati?
Arhati means it is incorporated. It is eligible.
So the meaning of can you just repeat the meaning of Padam, Charanam,
Padam, Charanam, Arhati. Padam is incorporated as Charanam. So Pada means a Charana, a quarter. It can also be known as a quarter, and that which is made of quarters is Padya. Is it clear? The word Padya comes from Pada. And what is Pada? Pada means a quarter. So Padya is that which is made of quarter, that which is made of Pada. Charana.
Okay. Dhanyavada.
Madhomadiyaha. Yes?
Ma'am.
Adhaviji.
Can you compare this with meter? In some other languages, do they have meter like this, or other languages don't have this?
Yeah, my mother tongue Marathi. So in ancient times, many shlokas, many poetries have been composed in the Sanskrit vrittas. Shardula Vikriditam.
But is it because Marathi is a sort of derivative of Sanskrit or something?
Might be.
What I am asking is this chanda, what we call as this vritta, is it present in English, Latin, German, or all those what they call as Indo-European languages?
No, we cannot compare it with European languages. No.
Do they have chanda like this? That is what I'm asking. Is this peculiar to Sanskrit? Or is it
English,
something which is done in other languages also? Because I have learned English, I have learned German, I have learned other languages which do not have chanda like this.
Yes.
Is chanda peculiar to Sanskrit?
These chandas are peculiar to Indian languages, we can say. Because Tamil,
Telugu, I don't think Tamil has got chanda like this.
They have. Kannada, Tamil, Telugu.
Tamil has chandas.
Yes.
Can you somebody tell me what is the chanda in Tamil? How does it go?
Yeah, Tamil has chanda. It has meters and similar structure. I can give an example like how we have Vasanta Tilagam. Tamil has something called Venba, Asiriyappa, and these have like Lagu Guru kind of concepts, syllables, the long syllables, short syllables, all this map.
Yes.
But I thought Venba, Asriyappa and all are based on the number of lines or number of these things on this, rather than on a musical tone. Like Tamil poetry is not sung on a musical tone like Sanskrit poetry.
That's untrue. It is more
I
or less.
have never seen, I'm a Tamilian, and I have scored very high marks in Tamil in my undergraduate studies. And I have not seen Tamil poetry being sung in a musical tone like Sanskrit poetry. The Sanskrit has got a musical thing for everything, like there are various musical things according to which poetry is created, isn't it? And it is sung like that. But Tamil doesn't have that. Tamil has got, sort of what you call as ilakkanam, or grammar on which these the songs are created. Like Venba, Asiriyappa, then Naladiyar, all those things are there. But then they respond to a grammatical thing in poetry, in composing poetry. There is no musical thing. That is what I am trying to do. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. This is what I feel.
It is there, sir. Actually, if you take even Tirumurai, Pannira Tirumurai, if you take Modalam Tirumurai, Thodudaya Seviyan, it is written, we call it as Pan. Pan is the ragas on which it is sung. Okay.
You know what? Raga is different from musical or padya. Am I correct, madam?
Yes, ragas and musical
Raga
are
is different from padya.
Yes, I'd like to interrupt. I'm sorry because we have 7 minutes remaining. Our meeting is going to end, and our
sorry.
No, it's okay.
Sorry.
All right, we'll continue the discussion, or you can.
Sir,
continue.
we will discuss offline. We will discuss offline. It's an interesting subject. Others may get bored. Yeah.
No, and we have time constraints. So, yeah, Geetanjali ji.
Oh, I just wanted to say that, the answer to Sri Ramji's question is that, yes, English does have meters. The sonnets, for example, have a pentamic meter, which is also very musical. Short and long syllables are alternated. So all languages at some time will have meters which will have musical content to them. So you just have to dive deeper into it and you'll find them.
Okay, so Miriam Stuller has a suggestion here. It would be good if questions are addressed directly to the teacher rather than chatting amongst ourselves. Yes, you can raise your hands and ask the questions. Yeah, Shreya, it is Bhujanga Prayatam. Then there is another, just give me a second. There is another question in the chat box. Ma'am, can you please repeat sorry. Could you please shortly explain Laghu and Guru? Yeah. So Laghu means short syllables, Raswa syllables. So U, I, these are Raswa, Laghu, short syllables, and A, I, U, A, I, that the syllables that take a long time to utter. They are long syllables. They are Guru syllables. So that is Laghu and Guru. Haripriya ji, yeah.
This Ramayana Sundarakanda, there Tato Ravana Nitaya Sitaya Shatrukarshana, like that. So what would be the Vritta there? Anushtup.
Yes.
What is the Bhujanga Prayatam matras?
It is na 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 na. So short, long. 4 into 3. Sorry. Na na. Yeah, 4 into 3. 12 syllables per charana, and it goes like na na na. So short, long. 4 times. Same. Na 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 na. Mahayoga Pithe Tate Bhimarathya. That is Pandurangashtakam by Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya. That is in Bhujanga Prayatam. Yes, Madhaviji?
Ma'am, I told you that I used to chant some slokas and mantras.
Yeah.
And for Mahadeva, I used to sing in Anushtab Chadda. And for Ganesha, it is Nijrit Gayati Chadda. And I used to chant all in the same tune. Is it okay?
Yes, it is all right. Completely all right. No problem.
Okay, because then there is different chandas means different tunes. It's not like that.
See, it is not watertight. These are not watertight compartments. This is just for convenience of the one who chants.
Okay. So it will have this effect in any tune.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Any other question? Okay, I think there are no questions. I'll send this, Rahul will send this notes. I'll send you the names of books, and as you requested, I'll send you the tune, the audio file as well for today's shlokas for sure. And yeah, see you tomorrow at the same time. Dhanyavada.